Special match. Online. Special practice training. Training room.
Yo, I'm tired of playing the sidelines. Gotta make my own highlights. It's time to heal for the fight of my life. Show 'em what I got, 'cause you know that it's my time. Brought till I fall, boy. Give it my all, boy.
Let's
got me
dance.
feeling
I'll
like
show you
the
the
final
power of
ball,
my
boy.
kung
The
fu.
time has come, the bell is rung. No weekends here, you know.
Our fighters are pumping themselves up and are raring to go. Who's going to come out on top in this fight?
Let us round one.
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. Shoots off a projectile from downtown to check their approach. Denying them a breather there with a long-range fireball. Okay, we're in the early stages of the round. They get the distance they want. Let's see their approach. The fighters take a step back to reassess. Time for a new game plan. Both fighters' drive gauges are empty. Let's see how this affects the neutral game. Player 1 in that dangerous burnout state. Can they outlast it? Player 1 has used up all of their drive gauge. All right, what's coming up next? The grab misses. Grabs them. Knockdown. Neither of them willing to back off here. With the life gap opening up, they need to lean hard on their drive usage. Blocking that drive impact isn't going to work. Heading into the end game now, there's a wall splash. They can't do anything now. Player 1 goes for the Shin Hashogeki. Just goes for it at this range. Drive rush to big low attack to pick up the win this round. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round 2. Fight.
Starting off with fireballs right from the get-go. Checks them with the projectile. Player 1 didn't manage their drive properly through that round. Meter management is absolutely vital, and they need to manage it properly for this coming round. There's the impact. Not letting that go unpunished. Digs in deep to get that drive in. Hits back with the drive attack on the recovery. This punish counter presents a huge chance. Level 3 super. Spending that meter like it's nobody's business. Both fighters are low on drive. What'll they use it on? Breaks the block with a throw. They return to center stage. The drive impact doesn't work. And they create an opportunity for themselves to seal the deal. KO! Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here?
comes a new challenger.
How's this match gonna shake out? It's gonna be exciting to see.
Let us begin. Round one. Fight.
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. Stands firm and blocks the drive impact. Blocks the impact, but they're still pushed back. It's the start of the round. How will they start their approach? Uses this opportunity to really lay into the opponent with a damaging combo. Decent damage. What's next? Both fighters have used up a generous amount of drive already. That attack landed for a counter hit. They'll have to decide how to follow up. Knockdown. Both fighters are working with empty drive gauges, but I'm sure they want to make something happen. What a clutch side switch there. Now they need to capitalize on this chance. It's not over. Adds a little super juice into this combo for more damage. Player one turned this right around with that super. Does a good job of pushing back. Sees it coming and blocks it out. Player two in trouble with no drive. That drive impact is blocked. Both can end the round now. Experiencing burnout. Manages to block the jump-in attack. Doesn't let up and gets the stun. This round may be as good as over. Closes with the throw. Hitting him with the smart stuff.
Round two.
Player one picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Goes for the super art? Heats it up with a combo into super. Will that super be the turning point? Good job blocking the jump-in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Blocking a jump-in attack means you're at a disadvantage, so they should be looking to anti-air instead. Player one is in a pretty good situation with the meter attack. Hits them with a stop and block. The life remaining tells us we're halfway through this match. What's going to happen here in the latter half of this round? They can't squander this punish counter chance. Knockdown and player one finds the target. Both fighters experiencing burnout. Player two, oh my god, they just choked it up. Sticks out a kick. Jump! Perfect, a medium kick. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Final round. Who will the fighting game gods favor here? Barely blocks the jump-in. The match just started. It's anyone's game. Both fighters hits them with a stop and pop. Baits out the attack and gets the punish counter. Hits back with the drive attack on the recovery. This punish counter presents a huge chance. Player two holding on to that corner advantage. Throws them. What now? The low kick hits. Holy! Nothing stops this train. Plenty of health, full gauges. Gotta do better than that. Burns out. Player one is looking at a grim situation. Connects with the throw. Dangerous range here. This is gonna hurt. Like they were sitting on their meter for this super art. Will this be enough to kill? Locked on. What? That was enough to kill? No, that read was godlike.
Cammy
Player two was an absolute beast in that match.
Round one.
It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Quick spin double. Player two needs to use the threat of the corner here. Hits them with a stop and pop. Adds on a bit extra to that to make sure the opponent walks away with a full plate. Player two has used up all of their drive gauge. We have one player in burnout state, which means they'll have to continue the fight temporarily without using any drive-reliant moves. Player two needs to deal with this burnout. Oh, can they survive this badly timed burnout? The throw misses. Throws him down. Knockdown. This is where things will get interesting as the damage starts to pile up on both fighters. Burnout activates. Takes a trip. Both sides are going to have to fight without drive. Fires off the Shinku Hadouken. A quick breather. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Who will fill heavy connected? Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on from up above. The next round is beginning. What's gonna happen now? What a clutch hits them with a stopping block. Good instincts to spend resources. They're going for the super art. The super doesn't hit. Both fighters planning something? Player 2 has an empty drive with King 2 Hadouken. What'll happen here? Player 1 holding on to that corner advantage. Attempts to break the stalemate with the fireball. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Player 1 is in a pretty good situation with the meter advantage. Smart play with the throw. Their life is hanging by a thread. They gotta lean heavily on their drive move now. So little life left. Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner. A real test of nerve here. KO! Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Brushes that off and keeps going. Adds on a bit extra to that to make sure the opponent walks away with a full plate. Was that a good decision? Player 2 is just about out of drive after that. The drive gauge is completely empty, meaning their ability to block is also weaker. Taking stock. They decide to hang back and rethink their game plan. A good chance here to recover the drive gauge or figure out the next step. They're being absolutely relentless with this fireball pressure in the corner. Are they trying to bait out the jump? Absorbs the attack and fires back. And a super activation. Looking to score ends with the projectile. Player 1 sets the tone with that win. Let's see if they can keep it up. Goes for the jump in to start the round. Dashes forward. Can't tech the throw. Player 2 will look to hit them with a stop and block. Overdrive cannon spike. Going in. Confirm on the impact. Not a counter, but they'll take it. Both fighters are low on drive. Experiencing burnout. King 2 Hadouken. Using the super can open up huge chances for you. How did they read that throw? Pumps the brakes on the impact. Oh my, the throw tech. The low. Just goes for it at this range. Fires off the Shinku Hadouken. Okay, here we go. Player 2 reads the throw and escapes. Turns out. They push their way out of the corner. Doesn't check the throw. Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
Choose a new challenger.
Our fighters are ready to lay it all on the line.
Round one.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Blocks the jump in. Player one pushes the opponent into the corner. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here.
This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something.
Brings out the super art. How is this gonna work out for them? Takes a trip. That drive impact is blocked. Both fighters decide. Charges forward. Sticks the jump in. Hold your breath.
There's the impact. Not letting that go unpunished. Player two has depleted their drive in, but they are still within range to win this round.
This is a critical point of that was a brutal crosser. Player one on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Can't tech the throw. Holds out with the block. The quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here? Big chance here to do some damage if they can keep the corner pressure up. Ooh, there's a side switch. This could be big. Gets out of the corner. Fireball into the corner. They're trying to force the opponent into hits the air throw. Both fighters planning something? Looking for a chance. Both of our combatants are cooking up something. Long-range fireball to break the silence. Fires without warning. Miraculous grab. What'll happen here? Jump tries to act quickly, but whiffs the attack.
So fast on the air throw. Hits that with confidence. Super! That's what we want to see. Charges up the plasma.
Excellent read. Finds the target. Flatlines him. Player one brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Jumps up, throws them to negate the block. Big, low, reaching heavy. Oh! Player one pushes the opponent into the corner. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Player one in that dangerous burnout state. They need to hold out. Player one has used up all of their drive damage. The jump-in is denied. Takes a trip. Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. Will that drive impact get punished? This is the perfect range to KO. Player two on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Shoots off a fireball up close. The grab, hold your breath. It's not over. And a super activation, looking to score some juicy damage. Now, can they finish the job? Player two is working with a better gauge. What can they do with it? What separates the good from the great in this game is smart gauge management. Player brushes that off and keeps going. Player two doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. It's not over. Shinju Hadouken! Player two needs to use their SA gauge to their advantage here. Untouchable, impetuous, impregnable, and perfect! Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point. The last round. It's now or never. Going on the offensive? Player two with a slight lead. Will they capitalize? There's been some back and forth, but no one has dominated the fight. Finds the target. Okay, nobody blinked. Players, were they looking to connect with an overdrive arch from this situation? Oh, gets the air throw? Close range projectile. They are not getting close to each other. Throw is denied. What a read.
Shows off a parry. Oh my God, they just choked it up. Nothing stops this train. Gotta do better than that. Cross-up attack. Amazing flatline zone. Player 2 is a force to be reckoned with. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Oh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants. Rushes that off and keeps going. The throw misses. Adds on a bit extra to that to make sure the opponent walks away with a full plate. Was that a good decision? The move whiffs and they get Nick heats it up with a combo into super. The comeback's gonna be tough now. Can they do it? This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Ends the round with a punish counter, living in the opponent's head rent-free right now. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? This fight is just underway. What kind of game plan do they have? Full game can hold your breath. They can't squander this punish counter chance. Is this super art the start of something? Player 1 has the life lead. Can they use it? Time to sit on the lead. Player 2 is working with a better game. What can they do with it? Smart play with the throw. Going in, looking for a chance. Ooh, does them dirty. Oh, slick reaction to the vertical roll. Yes, drive impact for the win. Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
A new challenger.
What are we going to see transpire between these fighters? No one knows, but this is going to be a must-see match. Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Checking their opponent. Checks with a projectile. The cross-up's good. Rattles them with a beautifully placed jump in. Still slugging it out here. Neither fighter wants to get stuck in the corner as they continue to duke it out mid-stage. Absorbs the attack and fires back. Brings out the super art. How is this gonna work out for them? Player 2 is in burnout. Drives off the table. Knockdown. Player 2 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Taking stock. Timely side switch there, which will let him go on the attack. One chance here may end this match. Plenty of space between the fighters. What will be their approach? Manages to KO! Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Had the radar up and running. Still very early in the round. Keeping track of the opponent's movements, waiting for a good opening. Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. Big chance here to do some damage if they can keep the corner pressure up. Player experiencing burnout. Both fighters planning something? One mistake here is all that's needed to finish the round. A jump, clutch, anti-air. Both sides getting ready. Player 1 needs to opt for the arrow. Back to what a finish! Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Brushes that off and keeps going. Starts off zoning with Fireball. Uses the target combo to take a chunk of damage off the opponent. Corner switch means they can now go on the offensive. Does not want to get stuck in the corner. Player one is just about adds a little super juice into this combo for more damage. Maintains composure and pushes out of the corner. Gets out of the corner and creates some distance. Absorbs the attack and fires back. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. No more drive gauge. Jumps? Oh, easy tech. Checks with a medium kick. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Medium gets him. Player one picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. It's a normal hit, but they get in there. Slices the ankle. Sticks the combo. Hits him with a stopping block. Fires off the Shinku Hadouken. Knockout and player two is in a pretty good situation with a meter advantage. What separates the good from the great in this game is smart gauge management. Goes for it all, but just misses. Miss your mark with an impact and you're open to a punish. Gotta be careful not to get the throw out of the hooligan. Smart aggressive play there. This right here is what Cammy's all about. Here it comes, the Delta Red Assault. Counting on the super, finds the target. Drops him hard. Oh my God, they just choked it up. Life lead is there, but still anyone's game. That's a big gap. Who's going to close it? Fireball into the corner. They're trying to force the opponent into blocks the low kick. Doing some quick planning? Not much life left, but their drive usage may save them. They continue to battle cross-up attack. Closes it out! Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Sneaks in above. Big throws. Player two managed their drive gauge well to create lots of opportunities for themselves. Let's see if they can maintain this rhythm. Impact squash. Drops them hard. Connects with the throw. Player one with a slight lead. Wilks the low. Oh, here we go. Player one needs to take advantage of this gauge disparity. They're taking a step back to slow down the pace. Oh my God, they just choked it up. All the throw connects. Player two can't let this simmer. They gotta start cooking. Shrugs that off. Both sides getting ready. And whip. They're wide open. Correct them. Noticeable life lead is a comeback. Knocked them out of the air. They are not getting close to each other. Are they going to be able to come back and snatch victory from the jaws of defeat? Drive impact misses. Player one, huge chance out of that wall splash. Oh, here we go. That back row was huge. Player one, ooh, does them dirty. Crowns them from above. Ugh, take a seat. Time's almost up. They're just gonna go for it with the super. Oh, come on, kid. Why would you use the super? The super's blocked.
Time over.
Player two really had to fight for that one. No shortage of drama.
comes a new challenger.
What are we going to see transpire between these fighters? No one knows, but this is going to be a must-see match. Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? The throw hits. Now the fun begins. Low heavy. Picks up some damage with a long-reaching attack. Uh-oh. Falls short. Okay, both fighters have taken a long step back. They're both looking to reassess the fight. The fighters take a step back to reassess. Time for a new game plan. That was a solid anti-air. Wow, shut down. The super armor does its job. Knockdown. Good job blocking the jumping. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Down to the wire. Can they convert this punish counter opportunity into something? Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. Throws them to negate the block. Jumps? Scrapping it out up close. Smart play with the throw. Player 1 needs to hold KO. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Jumps in. Who's going to start things off? Hits them with a stop and block. There's the drive impact that's going to lead to a juicy punish counter. That's how you force your opponent to do what you want so you can get a punish. Super Art on deck baits out the attack and gets the punish counter. Level 3 Super! Spending that meter like it's nobody's business.
What's wrong? Get up!
Can they keep on him? Player wrecks them! Gets this on Super Art. Crowns him from above! Slaps him! Closes it out! Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. It's not over yet! Best believe it's time for that weapon! Smart play with the throw. Sees the overhead coming and blocks it. The impact gets blocked. Goes for the surprise rush in. Still slugging it out here. Pressuring the situation with the charge in. They block the overhead, and the super armor does its job. All right, what's coming up next? And the throw ends the round. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Anything off the smash? How will they take advantage? Down to the wire. Brushes off the impact. Player 2 had an impressive round while managing their drive gauge. They'll want to carry that momentum into the next round. A quick breather. Still scrapping for control of the space. Hits him with a stop and block. Fires up and Shifu Hadouken. Going in. Player 1 might have just shifted this round into high gear. Excellent block. Burnout activates. Life lead is there, but still anyone's game. Flatlines them. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
comes a new challenger.
Our fighters are pumping themselves up and are raring to go. Who's going to come out on top in this fight?
Let us begin. Round one. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Throw hits. Now the fun begins. Low heavy. The impact gets blocked. You can block impacts, but you're going to lose some drive gauge when you do. Throws them down. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick. And a super activation. Looking to score some juicy damage. We are near the end of the round. Can either fighter pull a rabbit out of their hat here? KO. Player one sets the tone with that win. Let's see if they can keep it up. Impact's a no-go. Caught in the cross-up. The drive impact doesn't get them the punish counter, but it still hits them with a stop and pop. Player one, burnout activates. Player one has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. Breaks those shins. Side switch in the corner. Experiencing burnout. Jump! Genius read with that throw escape. In there! That's what happens when you capitalize on all of your chances. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. The drive impact whiffs. Are they ready to punish? Blocks the jump in. The low kick connect. Takes up some damage with a long reaching attack. Goes for the throw. All right, what's coming up next? At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important here. Player one creates a good corner opportunity. Knockdown. Well-timed corner switch. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Backstep rolling attack. Jumps in. Both fighters planning some for KO. Player two on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Throws him. What's next? Jump hits the air throw. These are slow going. They can't squander this punish counter kick. That's how you force your opponent to do what you want so you can get a punish. Player two is in a pretty good situation with a meter advantage. Genius read. Barely block, hits him with a stop and pop. Smart play with the throw. Whiffs the impact. What'll happen here? Player one has got to work some magic with his limited drive. Oh my God, they just choked it up. Connects with the throw. Knockout and... Oh my God, what's gonna happen? They're using a fireball to force a reaction. The throw is denied. They back down to regroup. This may be the final push. Drive impact misses. Doesn't set the throw. Player two brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Throws a fireball. Misses the drive impact. Parries the projectile. We're still in the early going, and it's really anyone's fight. How are they going to deal damage? What's the play here? Player two is just about out of drive after that. The neutral game is much harder to control without a full drive gauge, so they'll be looking to fill it back up. Knockdown. Jump in, finds the mark. The throw is escaped. Oh, easy tech. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important. Takes a trip. Snares him. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Player one gets him. Player one picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Nice vertical roll there. Player 1 had an impressive round while managing their drive gauge. They'll want to carry that momentum into the next round. They gotta make sure not to splurge with that drive gauge and leave themselves vulnerable. Both fighters will have to decide whether they want to go with an all-out offense powered by their drive or play it safe and conservative. We're at a standstill, but we may see an eruption soon. Going on the offensive? Throws a projectile to zone the opponent. Looking for its hits the air throw. Going in? Max Essen, oh my god, they just choked it up! Avoids getting stuck in the corner somehow. Both of our combatants goes to the air. Ooh, what a smart throw! A jump tries to act quickly, but whiffs the attack. Jumps in. All the throw connects. Blanca-chan's here to play. And whiffs. They're wide open. Tries to make something happen with an overdrive arm. The next touch may decide this round. Drives it. What a finish! Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Whiffs the impact. This is gonna hurt. Player 1, impact, squash. Excellent block to shut out the impact. All the throw connects. Both fighters have a full super meter on deck. The winner will be the one who manages it best. Player 1 can build off this lead. Nothing stops this train. Turning it right up with the super. Spends it all on the super. Not shy one bit about it.
What's wrong? Get up!
Looking for a hole. Wow, sat and waited for this opening. Ooh, the drive impact hits for a punish. There's a flatline zone. Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for us. We're in for something special right here, right now.
Let us begin. Round one. Fight.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? Deftly shuts out the jumper. Tries to bait him with the projectile. Not much damage dealt so far, but they may be looking for an opening to run with. How are they going to deal damage? What's the play here? Player one is just about out of drive after that. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Nails the anti-air. That's some big juicy damage on that counter. Takes a trip. Low heavy hits. Mix up incoming. Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. Whiffs the throw. Throws him. What's next? Fires off the Shinku Hadouken. Taking stock. Player one can't afford mistakes without that drive gauge. They need to rely on their instincts here. Looking for a chance. The kick hits! Player two picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Shoots off a fireball up close. You know their fireball game is solid because they're only throwing it when their opponent can't jump. Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. Looking to plant him with a pile driver. Their spacing is so on point. Hits them with a stop and power. Uses their drive to maximize their damage. Risky decision, but let's see how this plays out. Jumps. Manages to block the jump-in attack. Double lariat, and now blocks the impact. Uses the impact to shave off some of their drive gauge. Medium kick hits. Oh, what's this? There's the drive impact that's going to lead to a juicy punish counter. Going for the conclusive kill with that super. What a move. Did not miss that chance and takes the round.
Well fought.
Player two brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Fireball from very long range. What's next here? Trying to control their opponent here from a distance. A dangerous range here. You don't want to get jumped on a long recovery move or you're going to eat tons of damage. Player one has the life lead. Got a small life lead, but it's not over. Picture perfect punish. Adds a little super juice into this combo for more damage. The super down to the wire. Life lead opens up. Okay, creating some space here. Changes the pace with an air-to-air. Big, low, reaching heavy. The jump-in is denied. Reads them. Player one is gonna have experiencing burnout. They're going for the super art. In there. Player one on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Brushes off the impact. You can block impacts, but you're gonna lose some drive gauge when you do. Player one down to the wire. Baits out the attack and gets the punish counter. Target locked and scooped. Player two can build off this lead. There's been some back and forth, but no one has dominated the fight. This is gonna be bad news. A quick breather. Throws a fireball. Noticeable life lead. Is a comeback still possible? Their spacing is so on point right now. But who's gonna blink first? Digs in deep to get that drive in. Sets it up. Goes for the Shin Shoryuken. They're willing to go all in here.
This is the path I have chosen.
Who's gonna take it? Solid anti-air. Jump! How did they anticipate that jump in? This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Nice double lariat. Hits them with a stop and block. The feeling out phase is over. Time to get down to business.
Player 2 is in a pretty good situation with a meter advantage. What separates the good from the great in this game is smart gauge management. Ooh, what a smart throw! Takes advantage of the hesitation and gets some good damage in return. What are they gonna do? Jump! Pumps the brakes on the impact. Oh, here we go. A jump in? Pack your bags. We're going to Siberia. Both sides and whiffs. They're wide open. Player 2 can't let drive impact misses. Reach out and hug him. This is it. Will this super art do anything? Couldn't handle the heat of it. What a finish. Player 2 was an absolute beast in that match.
Comes a new challenger.
What are we going to see transpire between these fighters? No one knows, but this is going to be a must-see match.
Let it round one. Fight.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? Oh, whiffs the drive impact. Getting careless and missing a drive impact like that will leave you wide open. Still slugging it out here. Down to the wire. Gets a good read on their opponent. Solid combo. Takes them all the way to the corner with that. Takes a trip. Life lead opens up. Nice. Sees the combo through and takes the round. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Immediate jumping. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. Hits him with a stop and block. Goes for the Shin Hashogeki. It's a good spot to use the super. Big throws. Knockdown and player 2. Ooh, what's this? What's gonna happen? There's the impact. Not letting that go unpunished. Player 2 will need to play it. Knocks him out of the air. Going in, the throw is denied. Looking for a clutch anti-air. Player 2 has the super gauge advantage. They're going for the super art. The super doesn't hit. Okay, here we go. Overdrive, go. They're gonna have to. What a finish! Player 2 was an absolute beast in that match. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Blocks it. Hits him with a stop and block. Decides to spend the meter to open up some more chances. Was that a good decision? Puts one in the pocket. Player 1 is just about out of drive out the way. Yet that spends the meter to throw on some massive damage. Player 1 turned this right around with that super. That drive impact is blocked. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Knockdown.
Player one needs to deal with this burnout. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. Player one chases them down. Drive usage is back on the table. Takes a trip. KO. Player one takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Goes for the jump in to start. This round is so important. You can feel the intensity in the air. Low heavy hits, mix up incoming. Smart stuff, poking at that range to zone the opponent. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. They both have full drive gauges to work with. Both fighters will have to decide whether they want to go with an all-out offense powered by their drive or play it safe and conservative. The life remaining tells us we're halfway through this match. Hits them with a stopping bomb. Bends the meter, hoping for a good return. Spends it all on the super! Not sure one bit about it!
What's wrong? Get up!
Springs forward with the drive rush. This is gonna kill, no doubt about it!
Such a lovely face.
Flatline zone! Here's the final round! The real fight starts now! Opens with a jump in? This is it! Who's gonna take it all? Side switch in the corner. Hits them with a stopping block. Player one needs to use the threat of the corner here. Drive impact misses! Handle with care. You can't drop drive impacts. The impact squashed. Both fighters desperately want meter here. Perfect tech. Spots the throw. Throws them. How long does this offensive assault continue? Turns out. Punish counter sets the table. Player one is in burnout state, but there's excellent block. All the throw connects. Oh, they changed sides. Getting up close and personal. What now? Shiku Sepin is over. Player two comes out on top of that fierce battle. Talk about a show. That match had it all.
A new challenger.
This is gonna be a 5-star match. Get ready for history to be made.
Let us begin.
No mercy for you.
Round one.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Scores a punish counter right off the bat. What a read. Not much damage dealt so far, but they may be looking for an opening to run with. How are they going to deal damage? What's the play here? Player one will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. They gotta escape from the corner before the pressure builds up. They've got nowhere to run now that they're in the corner. Player two has them legit shook in the corner. Very solid corner finish. Avoids getting cornered. I wonder how both fighters will adapt to what we've seen so far. Caught in the cross-up. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Throws them. What's next? Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. Both fighters planning something? Nice drive impact. Sends them connecting to Heaven's Wi-Fi. Good sense to let it rip. Player two on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Nails the anti-air. Hold your breath. Were they baiting them into that? Hits back with the drive impact on the recovery. This punish counter presents a huge check. Bends the meter, hoping for a good return. Sets it up. Goes for the Shin Shoryuken. They're willing to go all in here. Player one might have just shifted this round into high gear. Both fighters planning something? Player 2 drops him hard. Scrapping it out up close. Oh my god, they just choked it up. Throw tech. This could lead to some big damage. Oh, here we go. Gets the side flip. Knocked them out of the air. Wrecks them. What a finish. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Gets them with the anti-hit. Lands a punish counter for the first hit. Lets off a projectile to waste time. Denying them a breather there with a long-range fireball. Ooh, will they hit, whiff, or even charge in? Tricky territory here. Goes for the throw. What are they thinking here? The impact gets blocked. Blocks the impact, but they're still pushed back. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. There's a corner switch. Player 1 is going to have a hard time managing their drive now. Nice cross-up. Tried a standard block and got hit with the cross-up. Heading into the end game now. It's getting... There's a wall splat. They can't do anything now. Takes a trip. KO. Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Jump. Great work finding the opening. Player 1 chases them down. Keeping them in the corner will only produce more damage opportunities. The throw whiffs. Knockdown and both fighters are trying. The punish counter gives them a great opening here to do big damage. Sets it up. Goes for the Shin Shoryuken. They're willing to go all in here.
What's wrong? Get up!
Player 2 is in a pretty good situation with a meter advantage. Their spacing is so on point right now. But who's gonna blink first? No way. No signs of letting up from out of the corner. Drive rush to keep it going. Player 2 and whiffs. They're wide open. Turns out. Low heavy. Not even just what they were after. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. The match just started. It's anyone's game. Looks to drop, hit them with a stopping bomb. A jumping cannon fight. What's next? Drive rush. The drive impact doesn't work. Uses the impact to shave off some of their drive gauge. All whip and he brushes that off and keeps going. Close range projectile. Serves them a knuckle sandwich. Punish counter on reaction.
This the mine?
Shin Ashodiki. This could be make or break. Knew the throw was coming. Player 2 knocked them out of the air. Taps them on the toe. Flatlines them. Player 1 was an absolute beast in that match.
Choose a new challenger.
They're all fired up. We're almost underway.
Let us begin. Round one. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. This is a good range to test the opponent's reaction to fireballs, denying them a breather there with a long-range fireball. Starts with a jump in. Can't tech the throw? Good work staying in throw range there. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Knockdown. Sees it coming and blocks it out. Both fighters decide to reset the pace and assess the situation. Brushes off the impact. Absorbs the attack and fires back. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Opts for the throw to close it out. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. They've both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Early round decisions are so important to set the tone. Who will gain control of the match in the early going? Got their eye on the air. Consistent anti-air is huge because shutting down the air game will let you dictate the pace of the match much easier. The throw whiffs. Gotta be careful not to whiff at this range. From upstairs. Going in. Tension ring hits home. Player 1 can't use any drive moves without burning out. Blocks the impact. Uses the impact to shave off some of their drive gauge. Pings them with the Shikusen. Goes for the jump in. Hits them with a stopping block. Looking to impress with this super. Sets it up. Goes for the Shin Shoryuken. They're willing to go all in here.
Get up.
Forward, what a finish! This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks.
Fight round. Fight.
Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent reads the jump in perfectly. This unleashes some big damage. Player 2, oh, snipe. This is a complete shutdown. Connects with the throw. Throws that off. What's the Shikuhado gonna do? Both sides getting ready. Pumps the brakes on the impact. Player 2 needs to take advantage of this gauge disparity. Throws them. Oh, here we go. The low kick hits. What are they gonna do? Somehow, ooh, what a smart throw. Excellent block. Player 2, how did they read that throw? The Shikusen. Ugh, take a seat, throws them from above. Who's gonna take it? Both of them back off. They may be preparing for the final exchange. Looking for a hold. No hesitation or regret. Hits them with an 8-X dummy. Perfect damage calculation. No doubt about it. They are done. Player 2 has got to be feeling good getting the win out of that absolute carnage. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. A jump sets up with the jump in. Anthony scrapping it out up close. Absorbs the attack and fires back. Trips him up. Player 1 can't let their drive gauge run out. They need to find a way to reset the situation. This is where things will get interesting as the damage starts to pile up on both fighters. The jump in is denied. Checks them with the projectile. Got their eye on the air. Does a good job of pushing back. There's an overdrive shorty. Player 1 will have to fight back here without any drop. Both can end the round now, and the drive gauge disparity may come into play. But experiencing burnout hits him for the stun. KO! Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Nails the anti-air. Decides to meet them in the air. Smart play there to go for the air-to-air. Even if it can't lead to a combo, it's low risk but effective. Barely blocks the jump-in. Blocking a jump-in attack means you're at a disadvantage, so they should be looking to anti-air instead. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. Keeping them in the corner will only produce more damage opportunities. They may be planning to spend their drive gauge here. What'll happen here? They were expecting that drive, brushes that off and keeps going. Matt looking to impress with this super. Is this gonna kill?
That felt good, didn't it?
The super art doesn't kill. They gotta focus to finish this off. This is a turning point. They gotta turn it around. There's a wall spot. KO.